What's up with you? For today's video, we're full Caterpie Evolution Team. Caterpie is the strongest Pokemon in the world, people. Look at this lineup. Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Gmax Butterfree. Like, this is the easiest team to use ever. If you people want to come and follow me on Twitch, make sure you do it. This is where I do all my live streams, Pokemon themed teams, Pokemon sweeps, Pokemon shiny hunting, and all other gaming content like that. Check it out, come and drop me a follow, and let's get into today's video. Now, we have actually 3 battles today because this was such an easy team to do, right? I got so many great battles, and yeah, that's why I got 3 for. Now, obviously having Caterpie and Metapod on my team made things a little bit difficult because then I was only left with like 2 other Butterfrees. Now, if someone used Stealth Rocks, I basically, yeah, I just clicked the run button. So the first battle we have is against Cotmeister, and we got a Pyukumuku lead. I think it's called Tickle My Pickle. I think it's called Tickle My Pickle. Let me see that. Oh, Pickle Tickle. All right. You know what, people? A pickle got tickled, all right? So I've got this Caterpie, right? Caterpie only gets a couple of moves. Its best move is Bug Bite. Then you've got Tackle, String Shot, and Electro Web. So there wasn't lots to work with. So on this Caterpie set, I ran a thumping max attack and max speed, right? So it's going to go for a Bug Bite on the Pyukumuku. I was actually hoping I could eat a little berry, do a little bit of damage, but that didn't happen. So go for another Bug Bite there on the Pyukumuku. Look at the damage that did. Pyukumuku goes for a cycle, right? And I was like, okay. That's an interesting play. It went for a cycle. So obviously their cycle failed because nothing happened. Then they went for a recycle again. I'm thinking, why are they going for a recycle for? But, you know, you'll find out as the video goes on, right? So we have 2 rounds of recycle. Then we have Dynamax Pyukumuku once again. Once again, you only see Dynamax Pyukumuku versus Shiny Caterpie Exodia on PIMPNITE's channel. That's the only place you can see these memes. So we got one big old Pyukumuku here. And I was wondering what they could do outside of, like, Mirror Coat and Counter, right? That'd be the offensive move. So go for another Bug Bite there. It's going to be going for Max Knuckle, and it's going to pull its little... It's got basically Pyukumuku, like, pulls its, like, little inside out intestine things and punches. It looks crazy. So it's going to get a +1 in an attack there, and I'm starting to get a little bit scared because Pyukumuku can 3-hit KO my Caterpie right now. So go for another Bug Bite there, doing some solid damage, and now Pyukumuku's going to go for another Max Knuckle here. Man, I was actually really tempted, right? I really wanted to Dynamax Caterpie to go for that Max Flutter Ball, right? I could, like, Caterpie could actually use Butterfree as an attack. That'd be almost Hacker Exposed. But I got to leave the Gmax for the Gmax Butterfree, so I wasn't allowed to do that. Now, I can go for another Bug Bite here. That'll do some pretty solid damage. I might be able to get it to half health. Oh, I got half health. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good effort. Getting Pyukumuku to half health with only a Caterpie. And Pyukumuku is going to go for its final Max Knuckle on my Caterpie. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh at this battle. And my Caterpie is going to go down. I tried to be sarcastic and serious at the start, but it failed. What I was going to do for this narration, right? I was going to make out that this team is, like, amazingly strong. And I tried to get the sarcasm going through the whole way, but it failed. I'm sorry. Okay, so the next Pokemon is Metapod. Look at this shiny. So I've got Bug Bite, Iron Defense, Tackle, and Electro Web too. So I'm running this one as Max Health and Max Defense. Firstly, what I want to do is go for Electro Web, right? And Electro Web is going to be super effective. It's going to drop the speed of the Pyukumuku. Then the Pyukumuku, right, has got weakness policy. They were probably hoping, right, that my Caterpie went for Electro Web, activated weakness policy, then they're going to recycle weakness policy again. Oh my god, recycle weakness policy, Pyukumuku Brim. So I'm going to go for another Bug Bite here against the Pyukumuku. We're going to have some Mirror Coat and Counter shenanigans here. Now, I was actually thinking maybe I could just keep alternating both of them, and then the Pyukumuku is going to swap out. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is Joltik. Man, Joltik is so small. It's like the tiniest Pokemon ever. So go for the Electro Web on the Joltik. It does 2 damage, but you know, if it had a Focus Sash, it is now broken. So I can go for a Bug Bite here. That's my best option. Since I'm not running much or anything in attack at all, but a Metapod's Bug Bite isn't really going to do too much at all. Now, I did actually, just for fun in a few battles, I actually did Dynamax Metapod. It looks so hilarious. It's just a big Metapod base. It looks like so hilarious, like big and orange. So the next Pokemon we got is the Joltik, and it's going to be Volt switching out into Goomy, right? So Goomy's going to be a very bulky. My Bug Bite only does like a little bit there. So all I can do here is go for Bug Bite. It's my best move. There's no point really setting up Iron Defense in case Goomy has like a special attacking move, which it definitely could. Now, I could go for Electro, but I know my other 2 Pokemon, which are Butterfree and the Gmax Butterfree, are definitely going to be able to outspeed a Goomy. Well, at least you'd hope so, right? So it's going to go for a Dragon Pulse, and Metapod gets critted. Man, that's like one of my best Pokemon down. So we got half my team going already, and they still got their whole team, so things are drastic at the moment. So we're going to be going into Butterfree here. So this Butterfree set is as follows. So I was running a substitute Hurricane set. So we got Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, Hurricane, and Substitute. I think I said that before. And we got the Wide Lens, right? So with Wide Lens and Compound Eyes, that actually makes Hurricane 101% accuracy. So it's 100% accuracy. So I can essentially keep going Hurricane over again, and it's always going to hit right. So now Gooby is going to go for a Sludge Bomb here. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does poison me, which is kind of annoying though, because that's going to start racking up. So I can't really go for like a Substitute and get those Quiver Dances up or anything like that, because, you know, I'm actually going to take myself out with the poison. So I can go for Hurricane here and try and take the Goomy out. I'm hoping that the Goomy doesn't have any bulk in it with like Everlight and something like that. And it does. It's like an Everlight Goomy. I can say it's max health and max special defense. And now Sludge Bomb is doing it. It's really taking its toll on me with those poison damage, right? So Butterfree is almost down to its last quarter of health. I'm losing to a Goomy right now. I got to do something about this battle, right? I'm not losing to a Goomy, a Joltik, and a Pickle Puku. So go for another Hurricane there, and Goomy is going to go down. Finally, guys. Finally, I took a Goomy out in Pokemon, mate. That's something to be happy about, right? So Butterfree, right, it's probably going to I'd say it'd take one more hit, and that's going to be it. So Pinchurch is going to come in here with Electric Surge. It's going to be able to take me out with a Thunder Shock. I can go for a Hurricane. I know that it won't take it out, but I was actually aiming to do as much damage as like possible before I bring in my next Butterfree. Maybe if I'm lucky enough, I could possibly get a Confusion, but you know, that's about it. So I'm going to go for Hurricane here. We got the extra boost in special attack. Now we've got plus +1 in like all the stats of Quiver Dance. So once you get that up, it's pretty powerful, right? I've got max special attack, and max speed. So that's my speedy special attack in Butterfree. So Puku, man, they both look the same. Puku, Pinchurchin. I'm gonna see if I can merge those names together. Give me a second. Let me think about this. Pinky is going to use Poison Jab and end my Butterfree. So the last Butterfree got here is the G-Max Butterfree. You can see my moveset there. I'm going to be going for a little bit of a different set here. Instead of using Quiver Dance to actually boost my special attack, I'm going to be using a Poison type move, right? That way I can just G-Max straight away. I could have said D-Max before, I mean G-Max. Getting my G-spot mixed up. I can go for the Poison type move and just boost my special attack straight away. So I'm not forced to go for like a Quiver Dance right off the bat, right? I wanted to have 4 attacking moves on this like straight away, right? So I could just sweep like G-Max and then sweep. So we got the big Butterfree here, hoping to take this Puku out before it does any damage to me, and it's going to be getting itself a Confusion, going for a Sucker Punch. Does some pretty good damage to Butterfree there. Butterfree is going to be going for a Max Ooze. Now I was a little bit worried this might not take it out, and it didn't take it out. Pinchurchin actually lived that one really, really well. I'm going to get Pinchurchin and Puku mixed up the whole time. They actually look very similar when you look like it. So, like, we got Puku has got those little spikes on it, but they're not really spikes. They're sort of like, I'm trying to think what the name of them would be. What would be the name of, like, I'm trying to think of the exact name of those little spikes on the set. Someone in the comment section will know. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, so one's got spikes, so one's got little things growing out of its head. So Pinchurchin's finally going to go down. Tickle My Pickle's going to come back in here. It's got about a quarter health left. So I can go for any move. I can go for a Max Overgrowth and take this out, a Max Ooze. I'm not sure if it's got innards out or unaware yet, so I'm a little bit worried if I go for Max Ooze, it won't take it out, and it may have Recover or something like that, or it may just do some damage to me, right? So I thought Max Overgrowth will be a really good idea. Plus, I can put the, the grassy terrain on the field, and that'll boost up the power of Energy Ball, right? Which is going to be fairly good. So go for that Max Overgrowth against the Puku, not Pinchurchin, and it's definitely going to take Tickle My Pickle out, which is good. So we start to even the battle up now. I'm in Caterpie and Metapod got me off to a great start, you know what I'm saying? But Butterfree, G-Max Butterfree is definitely the best Pokemon on the team, right? If you look at it. So it's got innards out. Unfortunately, I'm going to take a little bit more damage there, but it's still good. I'm actually set up really, really nicely. So Swinub is the next Pokemon. Now I thought, okay, Swinub might have Ice Shard. It could have Endure, something like that. I'm trying to think what they could do, but I don't have any opportunity to go for any other moves than attacking moves, so I've got to go for an Energy Ball here. I've really got no other play. Now, it could also be an Everlight set too. You never know. So go for the Energy Ball under the grassy terrain, and Swinub, well, it's going to end up on someone's table tonight for dinner. Now, we've got a couple more Pokemon left. We've got Joltik and one other. Now, I wasn't worried about Joltik at all. I knew that I could take the Joltik out, like, super easy. The last Pokemon to be revealed is Snom, so I'm like, oh, what is Snom gonna do? So once again, I have to attack the Snom. I can't go for Energy Ball. I can go for Air Slash and Bug Buzz or Vanish Shot. Any of those moves are gonna take it out. But I thought, in case it's got a Focus Sash, I'm gonna go for the Air Slash because I don't want to get like freeze hacks by like, I don't know, Powder Snow. So Snom is gonna have a Focus Sash. I knew deep down it would have a Focus Sash, and I also knew deep down it would probably have Mirror Coat. Oh man. So, GG's there, people. Poor G-Max Butterfree getting ended by a Snom on your PIMPNITE channel, people. And let's get on to the second battle. Thank you for the battle, Cop Master, and thank you, man, for roasting me in my own video. So the next battle we got, this one was against Joby King, and we got a 4v4 here. And I was like, okay, there was a couple of scary Pokemon on their team too. So their first Pokemon is going to be undersized, which of course is Wailord, because that's the most undersized Pokemon out there. Now, it's quite funny when you see a Caterpie versus Wailord. Actually, when I look at this, right, if you looked at Wailord as its normal size, I feel like its eye should just be, you know how Wailord's on the side of the screen though? I feel like its eye, like that should just be its eye, like the size of it. Anyway, so Wailord's going to be a bit of a problem here. It's very tanky. This has a lot of health, right? So Bug Bite's going to do monkeys. So go for Bug Bite there, and it's probably a clear 7-hit KO. So now that Wailord's going to go for a bounce, it's going to fly. It's there. I can't do anything. Like, Wailord's flying in the air. I reckon Electro would be cool if you could, like, I don't know, this could be like a little bit broken. Like, say if you use Electro Web while the opponent's in the air, it'd be like do the same as Sticky Web. I don't know, that'd just like be crazy broken, but it'd be a cool idea. Like, it could only happen if the opponent was in the air, so it wouldn't be able to be like abused too often, right? So I'm gonna hit by the bounce there. It's gonna put me on 1 health because I got that Focus Sash going. I can go for Electro Web here and then Bug Bite. I was like, let's go for Electro Web and slow this Wailord down a bit. I may be able to swap in Metapod, right, and get some iron defenses up. Then I might be able to tank this Wailord. It could be like a super good counter for this physical Wailord, right? Now, Wailord's going to go for a dive this time, so it's got bounce and it's got dive. It's like a 2-turn Wailord set. When I first seen bounce, I thought it might be like a power herb set or something like that. So I just went for any move because they're obviously going to miss because Wailord is underneath the water. And now it's going to hit my Caterpie with a dive, and little Caterpie is going to go down. That's all good, though. That's fine. Caterpie has laid the groundwork for Metapod, right? It's dropped its speed. So we're going to go into the Metapod now with Metapod and Everlight in defense with Impervious Nature, right? Max health, max defense. I thought if I can get 3 iron defenses up, like this will be really bulky on the defensive side. Like I was thinking about using Harden, then it has access to iron defense, so it's just quicker, right? So getting a +2 defense there. Wailord is going to go for Body Slam. So at the moment, man, poor Metapod. Metapod's also got Shed Skin too, so that could possibly be healed if I did get paralyzed there. So I went for a Bug Bite. I knew that I could tank out, like, Wailord essentially probably take about 20 or 30 hits to actually take me out at this stage. Unfortunately, it's going to have Water Spout here and take my Metapod out on the second hit after this. So there's nothing I can really do. I was hoping it had no special attacking move, but it did. So I was like, man, that really sucked. So all I can do is go for another Bug Bite and do as much damage as I can possibly do to the Wailord, right? So I get a crit there, which is really good. Like, there's some fire damage, people. Now, obviously, it's not going to be enough to, stop the Metapod going down to water. Man, Water Spout looks really good. Was that a rainbow then? That looks so cool. Like, I really like that Water Spout, animation. It looks great. So Butterfree is my next Pokemon. Once again, this was my Hurricane Butterfree, and I thought, okay, well, I could set up Quiver Dance against this thing, or I could just take Wailord out with the Hurricane, because I really don't want to get hit by a Body Slam and get paralyzed or a bounce, because that'll really end me. Well, I mean, it probably won't end me, but it'll do a lot of damage, right? And I'm not really carrying the items that I really want on this Butterfree set. Like, it's more of a gimmick, because normally you have like Quiver Dance and 3 special attacking moves, that sort of thing, right? Or you could possibly run Quiver Dance, Sleep Powder, and then 2. You could go like Bug Buzz and Air Slash or whatever, or Hurricane, whatever you want to do like there. So I'm gonna get paralyzed by Body Slam. Never ever saw that one coming in my life. So at this stage, I can still outspeed the Wailord. It's if any faster Pokemon come in, Butterfree may be in a little bit of a spot of a bother there. Maybe in a pickle. So Wailord is going to go down to the Hurricane, which is good. So I finally took a Pokemon out. Now, I've lost half my team already, and my third Pokemon, which is fairly strong against, well, it's fairly good on this team, is already taken nearly half health and paralyzed already. So I could go for a Sleep Powder here. I was like, let's go for Sleep Powder, and it's going to use Protect, and it's going to have Flame Ball. Oh, man, it's one of those days, people. So I'm going to get paralyzed. Obviously, well, it's not going to go through regardless. And Leo Luxray can hit me with, like, a Wild Charge or whatever electric. Even, it doesn't even need to use Wild Charge. You can use, like, Facade and take my, you know, Butterfree out there. So Butterfree is still going to outspeed. Going for that Hurricane on Luxray does some pretty solid damage. I was happy with that, even though it's not very effective. And now Luxray is going to go for a Crunch on my Butterfree, taking it out. Nothing I could have done there. I mean, I'm just going to rely once again on my G-Max Butterfree to try and get me back into the game. So this thing has guts, and it's going to be it's going to be hitting very, very hard. So there's no way my Butterfree is going to be able to sustain any sort of damage against this thing. I pretty much need to G-Max here and go for either just a Bug Buzz, really, a G-Max Befuddle, right, or a Max Ooze, any one of these attacks. So I took the risk. I was actually thinking about going for a more powerful move, but I'm like, I need to get a boost in special attack, right? Probably not the best Pokemon to do it against, but since it's only a 4v4, the battle's not going to go for a very long time, so I need to make sure I get those boosts up right now before something comes in and, you know, Revenge takes me out or just does a lot of damage, right? Since they haven't Dynamax themselves, right, or Dynamax or G-Max. So I'm going to go for the Max Ooze here, hoping that I can take the Luxray out before it takes me out, right? And it's probably just enough damage, I reckon, to take it out. It would have been very close. I got a crit there too, so maybe if I didn't get a crit, I believe Luxray could have actually lived that one. It's got some reasonable bulk to it, even for a sweeping set, right? So the next Pokemon is the Mr. Rhymes, or Salty Dance. That's not too bad. I can go for a G-Max Befuddle here, and that'll definitely take Rhyme out in one shot. I'm actually thinking maybe it has like a sash or something like that. That could be really bad. That's the only thing I was worried about. I knew it couldn't obviously outspeed me. So go for the G-Max Befuddle, and Salty Dance is still going to be dancing saltily. Now, there's one more Pokemon left here, and I did actually have a type advantage against it, but if it did hit me with a Rock-type move, pretty much any physical move, I was definitely going to go down. So that is the Crocodile, and Crocodile is definitely going to be their G-Max Pokemon. So I've got Max Over, I've got G-Max and Fuddle. Both of those moves are going to be really, really good against it. Now, I could have possibly gone for Energy Ball before against Mr. Rhyme, right, and got that grassy terrain up on the field, but I thought I had enough special attack to take this Crocodile out anyway. If it didn't have a sash, if it didn't outspeed me, those sort of parameters there, right. So we got the big old Crocodile here. I've actually run into a lot of Dynamax Crocodile lately, just like a whole bunch of them. So go for that G-Max Befuddle on the Crocodile. It's going to do a lot of damage, man, and Crocodile is down. We get the first W with the Caterpie Evolution team there, which was nice. I mean, it definitely helped that Butterfree was strong against Mr. Rhyme and Crocodile too. In fact, when I look at the battle, I had the most probably troubles with Wailord and Luxray, which is interesting. Thank you for the battle, Job King. Let's get on to the third and final battle. This one was against Joshua. And Joshua had a pretty scary team, so he brought 3 Pokemon. And even 3 Pokemon, his team was going to be really, really difficult to even battle against. So we got a Sharpedo leading. I was thinking straight away, well, I'm probably going to get swept by Waterfall, but, you know, let's see what's going to happen. I was actually starting to think maybe Caterpie, right, could do some solid damage with Bug Bite. If I can get a crit with Bug Bite against this thing, I know that it'll take it out, because I know Caterpie really well. I mean, I've done like 69 Caterpie sweeps, so I know how much Bug Bite does in damage, right? So Sharpedo's going to have a speed boost. I don't think it mattered. My entire team was going to get outsped anyway. And now Sharpedo's going to go for the Waterfall. Caterpie's got that sash. I was really hoping here I didn't get flinch, because that would suck so much. I don't get flinch. I'm able to get the Bug Bite off, and look at that damage. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take the Sharpedo out in one shot. I nearly one-shot it. That would have been amazing. I mean, they must have been hacking to get around that. How else did Sharpedo live that Bug Bite? Just joshing. All right, so the next move they're going to use is the Protect there, and they're going to get a little bit more health back from the leftovers. Plus, they've got that speed boost too. Obviously, I think they'll just do it to get leftovers damage back, because, let's face it, Sharpedo's going to outspeed. I think it outsped my entire team turn 1 after 1 speed boost anyway, right? I needed, like, multiple Quiver Dances just to outsped that. So Sharpedo's going to go for the Crunch, and Caterpie, well, it's going to get eaten by a shark. I mean, I don't know if that could, like, imagine eating a worm. Like, there's actually, there's a thing in Australia, right? You can eat these things called witchetty grubs, right? I'm not sure if anyone's eaten one of them before, but apparently they taste like chicken. I haven't had one before. So the next Pokemon we got is the Metapod, and I thought, okay, this is prime time for Metapod. All I've got to do is take it out, but I need to bolster up my iron defenses, right? So if I can get like one of them up, I reckon I've actually walled the Sharpedo. So I knew Sharpedo would go for another Protector. It's obviously trying to get its health back with the leftovers, and I'm going to take that opportunity to go for the iron defense. Now, since I'm running max health and max defense, and I've got +2 in defense and Everlight, I'm going to be very, very tanky. I feel even its Waterfalls, I reckon Waterfall will probably be around like 3 to 4 hit KO, right? So Sharpedo is going to have almost half its health back. The only drawback, if I keep going for Iron Defense, I've got no way of healing it, and yeah, look how much Psychic, look how much Psychic Bags did. So go for the Bug Bite there, does some really good damage. Sharpedo almost goes down. I'm very, very close. Now, if Sharpedo goes for another Protect the next turn, it doesn't really matter because it's not going to be able to sustain enough damage back, to live another Bug Bite, right? So Metapod is going to get the KO. So they're going to be going for the Waterfall there. Waterfall does no damage whatsoever. I do not get Flinch, and Bug Bite is going to take the Sharpedo out. Bang, people. We got that Metapod KO. I mean, if the video deserved a like, it has to deserve a like right there. So next Pokemon is the Tower Master, which is Politoed. It's like, oh, this is bad because Politoed's going to have like a water type move, and it's definitely probably going to be special. And let's face it, Water Gun's probably going to take me out in the raid. So all I can do is go for, I was thinking maybe it's, I don't know if it's a belly drum set. In case it's a belly drum set, I'm thinking of going for Electro Web, because at least then I could bring in my Butterfree and go for an Energy Ball, right? Or G-Max. So it's going to be going for the Muddy Water or Scummy Water. Man, look how scummy that water is, though. And Metapod just gets absolutely wasted there. So I've got 2 more Butterfrees left, and I got to get around this Toad, people. It's gonna go ribbit, but I got to get around it. So my Butterfree's got the Hurricane. It's like, okay, well, Hurricane's gonna be awesome. 100% accuracy in the rate. Well, it was 100% accuracy anyway, regardless. But let's just pretend it wasn't. So I could go for Hurricane. I'm gonna go for that one on the Politoed. Now I knew it wouldn't take it out. It's quite bulky, and it's a 3-hit KO, right? So now Politoed is gonna go for a Muddy Water again, and that Scummy Water hits me really hard. I was like, is that a crit? But it wasn't. So then after that, I was like, okay, that has to be Choice Specs Muddy Water Politoed in the rain. Man, that's no joke. So my last Pokemon is Butterfree. I've only taken out a Sharpedo. Things are really, really looking bad at the moment. So I can go Dynamax and the Dynamax and into my G-Max form. And then I can go Energy Ball Dynamax. That'll be really good. Or G-Max. I'm getting my Dynamax and my G-Maxes mixed up. So I've got that big old Butterfree. It's ready to go, people. I've got to take out this Politoed, and I can't afford to go for a Venoshock. I was thinking over mine. I can't really afford to go for Venoshock. Look, I mean, I could go for it, but I just want to get rid of this Politoed, right? Because I've still got a couple other Pokemon, to think about and stuff like that. So go for the Max Over, go for there. That's going to put the grassy terrain on the field too, which is going to bolster up the, the power of my grass type move, which is going to be really, really good. So Politoed is going to go down the Choice Specs Politoed with Muddy Water. That's actually pretty, brutal, right? Because you do a lot of damage, right? And then you have a chance of dropping the opponent's, accuracy as well. It's pretty nasty. So the next Pokemon is the Urshifu. I'm like, oh, Urshifu. So this is really bad. So this was their last Pokemon. They only brought 3, and they were, just quietly, they were 3 really good Pokemon. And this is going to be, actually, they were running a full water Pokemon team. So when I seen that team preview, I was like, okay, well, the only Pokemon that's going to really do well against this team is my Butterfree with Energy Ball, right? So they've got the Urshifu there, and I quite like the Urshifu. It's going to go for the G-Max Rapid Flow on my G-Max Butterfree, and Butterfree, unfortunately, is going to go down in one shot. I mean, it's an Urshifu. I hope you people enjoyed all 3 of these battles. This was a very, very hard team to do, I'm not going to lie. Real talk. And I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you for another video tomorrow. Peace out, people.